Ree from mummyoffour.com. Welcome back to my channel and my Comparing the Supermarket Grocery Delivery Service series. Today's grocery haul is from Iceland. It is my first ever Iceland grocery haul on this channel. I've been in their stores probably once or twice ever, but never really shopped there on a regular basis. Quite a few things surprised me about Iceland, I will be honest. There were a few big positives I didn't expect, and one thing I thought was a little bit strange. So just stay tuned until the end when we've been through all the food and the meal plan, because I will be discussing our meal plan for the week, and I will explain my thoughts on Iceland and how they compare to the other supermarkets. If you are new here, welcome. Please subscribe, hit the bell to be notified when I post new videos every Tuesday, Thursday and Sunday at 7 p.m. I do lots of haul videos as well as speed cleans, vlogs and life hacks. I hope you will enjoy all of those videos. Now let's get on to showing you what I've bought from Iceland, and then we'll get into the meal plan and what I really thought about their service. So we're going to start over here with the chilled and then the frozen, and I will get it all away because it does stress you guys out when I leave all this stuff out defrosting on my countertops. So we've got 2 bags of bananas, 2 packs of Pink Lady apples and 1 pack of raspberries. I did ask for strawberries as well, but they were out of stock, so we have not got any strawberries this week. Got 1 bag of baby spinach, and then we've got some baby plum tomatoes and cucumber for salad that goes along with our meals. I do put that on the side of lots of our meals. I didn't order peppers this week because I had so many peppers last week. I chopped them up and put them in the freezer, so I have got frozen or freshly frozen peppers to use in cooking this week. Now I've got more potatoes than I anticipated having. I did have an issue with when I placed the order, and then I went back in. I don't know if it was my internet that didn't save it properly or their end, I'm not sure what happened, but I went in and I thought I'd updated my order, because you can update up until like 11 o'clock the night before, I think it is. I'll check that and put it on screen. Anyway, I went in to check my order. I thought I'd update it earlier in the day and it hadn't saved. And then I logged back in again, and then there were like 3 times the amount of everything I'd ordered in my basket, and it really stressed me out, so I had to change all the quantities. I thought I'd got round them all, but I have got more potatoes than anticipated. So I've got, I guess I added those to my basket and added those to my basket, and then they duplicated up. I wanted 2 bags of potatoes. I've got 4 bags of potatoes. It's not the end of the world because we will end up using them, but this was a little hiccup, and I don't know if it was a glitch. My end, as in my internet, sort of didn't put through my saved stuff or not, or their end, not sure. But I say, the things I have got duplicates of, it's not the end of the world, but it is something I didn't intend to do. So I've got 1 pack of the yogurts, the corner yogurts that my husband and my son like, and as you can see, there's only 1 pack of those. So that, there were 3 of those in my basket at one stage, and that managed to save down to 1, so clearly some of my adjustments did save. So we've got the Happy Monkey smoothies that the children are enjoying on the weekends. Yes, they are not an Asda in product, like I said a couple of weeks ago in Asda. A few of you pointed out you could buy them from other places, and I still since bought them. I think they bought them in Ocado last week as well, and from, obviously now from Iceland. I think they're a little bit cheaper than the other ones, the innocent ones that I often buy. So they have those as a little treat on the weekend. Even though it's the summer holidays, we are still going to have weekend breakfast versus weekday breakfast, just to sort of break it up and differentiate a little bit. I've got cheese strings. I don't normally buy these as little snacks for children or to go along with their lunch, but I thought I'd give them a go this week. I've got 2 packs of those. 2 lots of 4 pints of milk. A bit boring, but you know, got to buy it. Some petit fromage frais things. They're not petit flou, that's a brand, isn't it? These are Yoplait, is that how you say it? Haven't had this kind for a long time, but I'm pretty sure fromage frais is fromage frais. Is there very much variation from brand to brand? I don't eat them myself because, you know, yogurt's gross, but my children love it. 18 pots for £2. It's not bad value, I wouldn't have said. And then we've got some Iceland's own mature cheddar for sandwiches and also for grating into food. We've done the potatoes and we've done the plum tomatoes. Right, on to meats and things. We've got 2 packs of cooked ham. See, that's the amount I wanted. I wanted 2 packs. I've got a pack of the lamb tikka kebabs. I thought I'd pop these on the side of our curry that we will have on the weekend as like a little side starter type something. Now, these are on 3 for £8 with a deal. So I bought minted lamb chops on 3 for £8. and that's, so they were the three things I had for the £8. And I thought we would have minted lamb chops with new potatoes one night. So going back to this issue I had about, I went into my basket, things hadn't saved, and then when I logged back in, there were 3 times the amount of everything I wanted. I thought I'd brought everything back down to the levels of things I wanted. And I thought I'd checked that I'd sort of had all the deals, because it does take you sort of before the checkout page to check, oh, add 1 more of these to get the deal, add 2 more of these to get the deal. And I thought I'd checked all those out. But I have ended up with these 2 random packs of lamb chops that are not minted. So I don't know how I've ended up with those, whether it's my fault I left them in my basket. I thought I'd checked all the deals, but I've got 2 of those and therefore not on the deal. And I certainly didn't need 4 packs of lamb chops. So not sure what's happened there, whether it's my fault for not checking it. I also did not need 4 packs of bacon. I think this was, again, maybe one of the ones that slipped through the net that I didn't put back down to the quantities I wanted after the basket went all messed up. Not the end of the world, because I can just bung them in the freezer. They will get eaten, they won't be wasted. Just not what I intended. Over here to frozen, which is, I guess, what I associated with Iceland. I just figured it was all frozen stuff. And all the fresh stuff, I think I was surprised at the amount of fresh stuff they had, and dry stuff. They didn't have as full a range as some of the other supermarkets of the dry stuff, but then they had a fuller range on the frozen. I guess that's what I expected, but they did certainly have more fresh and dry than I thought they would. So I've bought Alpha Bites just because they're a bit of fun, and I know they're uppercase, not lowercase, and we're supposed to teach our children lowercase first, but Alpha Bites are fun, and you can write things on your plate, and they remind me a little bit of when I was little. Gluten-free, not relevant for us because none of my children react to gluten, but if you need a gluten-free something for your children, they're gluten-free. So I bought a couple of bags of those, just for fun. Haven't seen those everywhere, so certainly not for a while. I've got a bag of mixed veg, which is just super easy peasy for bunging in the steamer on the side of things. I've got some steak. Now these were on a deal as well. I will put the deal on screen, and I believe these were on the deal with the gammon. Now we're going to do gammon one night, and as there's 6 of us, it says serves 3 to 4, so I bought 2. So I don't know whether we can just get away with doing 1 for 1 meal, or if we'll need the 2. I'll need to sort of open it up and have a little assess of that. But I thought that was quite good. So those 2 and the 2 steaks on a deal. So stay tuned to the end for our meal plan. I'll let you know what's going on there. Then we've got beef burgers, but Zaza, not so fussed on the actual beef burgers, so she has one of these, and we call it a chicken burger on the night that the others have beef burgers. Got a bag of lean minced steak. I always try and buy the 5% fat, just because I prefer it, and then even after I've cooked it, I kind of drain it before I finish cooking it to get any excess fat off. We've got a couple of garlic baguettes, which will go alongside a couple of the meals we've got, or at least one of them anyway. Stay tuned to the end, we'll explain in the meal plan. And then the chips, these chips are, got my favourite Uber, can't go wrong with them, always cook beautifully chips. And I thought we'd try these to go with one of the meals that we've got planned, which is one that my teenager is excited about. See if you can guess what that might be in the comments without cheating before we get to it. Then we've got some ice creams. Okay, I've got a lot of ice creams, I'm aware of this. They were on kind of deals and things, so this is why I have bought them. And also they had a better selection of ice creams, and we're not really going out very far, so we're going out the garden for an ice cream because we're not doing as many days out or anything because of, you know, COVID. So Mars ice cream, got these look super fun, the fruit stack ice creams. These, oh, are amazing, super indulgent ice creams. These are so good too, just honestly, I didn't realise how much I would like that. They're so much better. There's like an Oreo ice cream version without the chocolate covering. These are so much better. Knobbly Bobblies, which are a little bit retro. And then these I thought I'd try. Only £2 and not many calories in these. Look, 53 or 51 calories per little ice cream. That is a good amount of calories for a treat for mummy. So I know I'm sure the children need them too, but you know, 50 odd calories, that's nothing. I can enjoy one of those without feeling the guilt. And then, you know, when I don't care about guilt, I'll eat those. But that is my fresh and frozen. I'm going to put that away now so you guys can stop stressing out, and then we'll move on to dry. We've got 2 packs of noodles. I opened my last pack of noodles, and these were on 2 for some sort of deal that I will put on screen now. We've got some wraps, which I will use for lunches and one of our meals this week. Quick word about last week's haul from Ocado, specifically the wraps. I did order the smaller wraps, and I don't think it was Ocado's fault, because a few of the items from Ocado I said, oh, these were smaller than I thought, oh, these were bigger than I thought. And I think it's more of a comment I wanted to make about buying online. Now, when you are shopping online and you shop somewhere all the time, you just reorder. So like if I was, next time I want to order from these guys, I can just reorder these. I know what they are and I can order them again. But when you order for the first time, I think it's really hard to judge sizes online. So I just wanted to say, I don't think it was necessarily Ocado's fault, but just something that can be a bit tricky when you're buying anything online. I mean, my sister has ordered furniture before now and it's come up doll's house size. So that's just an aside before we get into the food. So wraps of a normal size that I wanted. So well done me, just as much as Iceland. And they're £1 a pack. Now this stuff, if you saw my interview with a teenager for his birthday, you will know that he loves Nando's. So I thought, well, you know, Nando's, I don't know, maybe they do takeaways, but they're certainly not going to be eating in for quite a long time here in Wales. So I thought we'd do Nando's night at home. So I've bought all these bits from Nando's. I figure you can't go very far wrong. I don't know how to do the Nando's rice, so I bought this. It's probably not going to be anywhere near the same, but I don't know. That's just, it's an attempt. I'm not sure even what the Nando's rice really tastes like. I know it's nice, but I couldn't tell you if you paid me like what flavour it is or anything. Maybe I will have a look for an actual Nando's rice recipe if that exists. But for now, for this week, we're going to try that. So I wasn't sure which bits to get. The hot sauce, that's the one that they have on the tables there, isn't it? I guess these rubs, well, one's a rub and one's in a bag. I wasn't sure which was which, so I got one of each. I thought we'd try them and I'll report back as to which one's any good. But if you have tried these, I'm assuming that is literally just the seasoning. So that's easy, you just kind of chuck that on the chicken, I guess. Or I suppose you could sort of stir fry it like the same way we do fajitas. And then that, what do you do with that? You put it in a bag, pop it in a bag, fold the edge over and give it a shake and then bake it. Oh, you bake it in the bag. Okay, cool. So we'll try that. But let me know, have you tried any of these Nando's bits? Do they taste like actual Nando's? I bought this sauce as well because it was there. I don't think I've even never tried that. Is it nice? I mean, I'm sure it sort of is nice. Otherwise they wouldn't really, you know, sell it. These are clearly quite popular products from a popular restaurant. But I would love to hear your feedback as to how closely this will taste like the restaurant experience. We've got one Heinz tomato ketchup. I try and buy the less salt, less sugar when I can, and they had that available, and always the squeezy one because I just can't get it out of the glass bottle. And then the smoky barbecue sauce is a request from my teenager who wanted it for burgers. My husband hates anything barbecue. Like, I quite like, you know, what's that chicken barbecue thing? Chicken and cheese and bacon, what's that called? Hunter's chicken. I like that. He's not fussed on it at all, so we end up not having anything barbecue as like a main meal because he won't eat it. Then we've got these cereal boxes just because I thought they were super fun. I love little mini boxes of cereals. They kind of remind me of, I don't know, being on holiday or something. These you can eat from the box. I'm not entirely sure we'll eat them from the box, but the main reason I bought these, other than I thought they'd be fun, is I thought maybe the children would try a different type of cereal without me having to buy a big massive box of it. And these little boxes are so cute, they're more likely to give it a go. So that's kind of why I've got those. Then we've got a box of Crunchy Nut, which is most of the children's cereal of choice at the moment, and I opened my backup box, so I bought one of those to replace that. Crumpets for my husband and children, mainly for my husband. Then the children are like, Daddy, can we have your crumpets? And they eat millions of them, so that's why I've got so many. I've got a mango chutney because I opened my backup one, and we've got a pack of naans. I probably should have bought more of those because they are actually mini naans and they're teeny tiny, and there are 6 of us, so never mind. But again, this is just like a, it does say mini on it, I should have known, but it is an issue just when you buy from somewhere new. If you're buying new products, it's just hard to get your head around when you're shopping, especially when you're doing a mass shop like this, the sizes of things. Then we've got white deli rolls. I had in my head that these were burger rolls and they're clearly not. but that's fine. I mean, they're only 50p, we'll use them for sandwiches instead. This is my kind of household and toiletries. Then we'll do the Don't Judge Me section, we'll do comparison of Iceland versus other supermarkets, then we'll do the meal plan. So we've got 2 bottles of this Tresemme, which, oh, it's recyclable bottle, that's kind of cool. Deep cleansing shampoo, and these are just to refill my shampoo dispenser thingies that we have in each shower, and these were 2 on a deal. I needed more shampoo and they were a good price. Then we've got 2 packs of bin bags. I tend not to buy the cheapest bin bags. I try and buy some that say something like big and thick or whatever, strong or whatever, because I just find if you buy really cheap bin bags, then they just disintegrate and have holes in them, and it's worse than having no bin bag. So it is worth spending a little bit more on bin bags in my experience. I did want to buy dishwasher tablets as well, but they didn't have any kind of Iceland's own cheapy dishwasher tablets. I didn't really want to spend 9 quid on dishwasher tablets, so I've left that. We're not desperado for them. I will buy those next week. On to my rather large Don't Judge Me section this week. So we've got mini cheddars, just a nice little snack for the children, especially if we're going somewhere like for a picnic or for a walk or whatever. Ritz, my husband loves these, he just eats them from the box. Ditto with the crackers, really, they are for him. He will take those to work or snack on them in the evenings, whatever. We've got these because they're just divine. They're just such a yummy melt in your mouth biscuit. Only 64 calories if you have 1 biscuit. If you eat the whole pack, it's a few more than that. And I gotta say, they're like Pringles. Once you pop, you can't stop, you know? And then we've got jammy dodgers. My children like these. I could take or leave a jammy dodger, but the rest of my family really like those. Same with Jaffa cakes. I could just take or leave them, but the rest of my family adore them, so I've bought some of those. So maybe I'll eat those and I'll feed those to the rest of them. French fancies. Now I gotta love me a French fancy. They are amazing. And we've got some bourbons, or as Zara calls them, bourbons. Can I have a bourbon, mummy? Which, in my mind, they will forever be bourbons now. I think she'll be 25 and I was to be like, do you want a bourbon, darling? And we've got some salted peanuts. I wanted cashew nuts as well, because we're quite into salted peanuts and salted cashew nuts as like a grown-up evening snack. But they didn't have any cashews. They only had cashews with raisins and things in them, so I just went for the peanuts instead. Then I've got some Snickers. They are for my husband. And then we've got some of these yummy looking chocolate slices. Yummy, yummy, yummy. So a few more treats this week. A gazillion bags of crisps. Quite like the meaty crisps for a change. Roast chicken crisps, I think, are my favourite flavour of crisps. Smoky bacon and prawn cocktail. The children quite like prawn cocktail. And cheese and onion, or as we call them in our house, smelly crisps. Or, as Zara calls them, she's got a lisp, smelly crisps, which just, smelly crisps. And she stinks after them, but she's so cute saying it, it doesn't really matter. Then we've got 2 bottles of Pinot Grigio. Always a bit nervous buying new wine of any description. One of the wines we bought last week was it was Pinot Grigio, and I thought it was dry, and it was really sweet, just to the point where I couldn't drink it. So high hopes for these, but you never know, do you, until you've tried them. So let me know if you've tried those. So let me know what is in your Don't Judge Me section this week. We all have one. Mine's quite on the large side this week. And in fact, all those ice creams that are currently already in the freezer sort of belong over here. But they needed to go in the freezer. So that's why they are away. The total spend for this shop is on screen now. And I would say I feel like I've had quite a lot of stuff for that. And one or two of the things I didn't intend to buy because, like I said, that hiccup where I went in and my basket changes hadn't been saved, but then I went to edit my basket and there were 3 times the amount of things. So it totally spun me out last night, if I'm honest. But that could have just been a saving issue with the internet at my end. I don't know. I don't want to kind of entirely blame Iceland for that one. But the reason I think I messed up and bought too many of some things is just because I was a bit overwhelmed trying to fix the quantities, and that's quite late yesterday evening when I checked that. So I guess my message is, whoever you're shopping with, make sure you double check what you bought before you kind of finalize it the night before. So let's have a quick word about Iceland and how they compare to the other supermarkets, and then we will move on to the meal plan. Massive positive about Iceland here for the delivery. Their delivery slots are free. like bum bum bum. I pay for delivery with all the other supermarkets, or I pay for a subscription. So that's free delivery, and I will put the minimum spend on screen for that. But free delivery is pretty amazing. I did like that the cutoff time was late the night before, because we said some of the supermarkets, specifically Ocado, last week, I had my shopping on the Monday morning and their cut-off time was Saturday night. So that meant anything my family said on Sunday, "Mummy, we've run out of," I couldn't add to the order, which is a bit annoying. And I think Morrison's is the other one with a slightly earlier cut-off time, and they're more like 8 p.m, which has caught me out once before. But generally, you know, most of them are the night before. Iceland is late the night before. The other thing I would say, slot availability, and this is obviously only relevant to my area because different areas I'm sure will be different, but slot availability was fantastic. I could book a next day delivery, I could book all day, every day for the next 7 days. You cannot book further ahead than that, so a lot of the supermarkets you can book 2 or 3 weeks ahead. But quite frankly, if you can get a next day delivery anyway, it doesn't really matter. So that's good. I've got to say that's a massive, massive plus for Iceland. Big, big brownie points there. Free delivery and loads of slot availability. Now it was a 2-hour slot, not a 1-hour slot. So some of the supermarkets were sort of 1-hour slots, and you could choose on the hour to on the hour, so 9 till 10, 10 till 11. And some of them you can choose 8:30 till 9:30, 9:30 till 10:30. The two that I think I've had with 2-hour slots are the Asda slots, and then today for Iceland. But then if I haven't had to pay for it, that's not so bad. It might be a bit more of an issue when the children are back to school in September and I'm back and forth to school 3 times a day, but then I could just get an evening slot or an after school slot where I know I don't have to leave during that time. Now they did email me before to say this is what we're bringing, and I had a piece of paper with all the information on it, so that's kind of good. It's kind of belt and braces there. They did deliver in carrier bags, but I think everyone's doing that at the moment. I think before COVID, lots of the supermarket delivery people were trying to get away from carrier bags, which is good, you know, less packaging and things, and less to have to throw away or recycle. But I understand at the moment they're having to go back to this to sort of reduce contact between humans and reduce the spread of the virus. So I do understand that. But hopefully all the supermarkets, when it is safe to do so, will kind of do away with unnecessary carrier bags, fingers crossed. The only thing I found a bit, I don't know if it's weird, but different about Iceland, in a non-positive way then, if you like, is that most of the supermarkets, say I book my shopping for, I don't know, next week or tomorrow or whenever it might be, they sort of take something off your credit card. They like do a little test off your credit card, like £1 or a penny or something, to check it's real. They don't normally take anything actually off your card, your credit or your debit card, until they pick the shopping. So until they physically tally it up, and then you'll get an exact amount taken off your card. Now the difference with Iceland is when I placed my order, which was last week, they physically took that money off my card, and then when I amended my order last night, I added a little bit more to it. They took a little bit more off my card, and I haven't checked yet, but I'm assuming if there are any substitutions or price differences, then I just get a refund. I guess it's not a massive, massive difference in that you're still paying the same money at the end of the day, but if you are kind of budgeting to get paid on a certain day and therefore have your shopping on or after that day, then technically with Iceland you wouldn't be able to place the order until that money's in your account, whereas technically with some of the other supermarkets, even if you haven't got enough money in your account to pay for the whole supermarket shop when you place the order, as long as you have the money in your account by the time the order is picked, does that make any sense at all? Then that would be fine. So I hope I've explained that properly. But yeah, that's the main difference, which might or might not make a difference to you, but it's definitely worth bearing in mind if you are sort of budgeting quite tightly. Overall impression of Iceland, I was really impressed, obviously, with their frozen selection, which I expected to be. I was impressed that they had a lot more stuff that was not frozen. I was kind of always thinking Iceland was just frozen stuff and not much else, maybe 1 or 2 higher priced items. I think I always thought that they'd have a very limited selection and it would be more costly if they're non-frozen stuff. I would say that that was inaccurate. That was probably wrong of me to think that. And they did have a large selection of things. Now, 1 or 2 things like dishwasher tablets, they didn't have like a nice cheap dishwasher tablet alternative, but then that's not something I buy every week anyway. That's something I kind of top up I don't know, a couple of times a month or whatever. So not the end of the world. So if you sort of are shopping and you know what you're shopping for, you know you're shopping for more food than you are stuff, I guess. So there's not got a massive selection of like household items, but their food selection, both frozen, chilled and dry, I would say was pretty good, especially if you shop their deals, and they do kind of prompt you at the checkout. Oh, you've got one item from this deal, do you want to add it and top up to that and get this deal? And then if you kind of shop that way, then I think you can sort of shop in quite a cost-effective way to feed your family. Now let's take a look at the meal plan. Now over to my organisation station where I do my meal planning, and also we've got our central shopping list. These are just frames, which I shall link below. There's a blog post detailing exactly how I put this together. I write on them with these dry eraser markers and wipe it away with a little bit of magic eraser and then a microfiber cloth. So this is a really, really easy way to kind of keep everything you need information wise about what you're going to be eating and what you need to buy for food and ingredients and things all in one place in your kitchen. So this week, it's starting with Monday. Today is Monday. We are having our Nando's night. So I've got the chicken already in the freezer, and I've got rice, which I have bought. I don't know how nice that one's going to be. Let me know if you've tried that, but I thought it was the closest thing to kind of Nando's-y flavoured rice. Failing that, I could just do some boiled rice to go with it, I guess, until I figure out some sort of recipe to do Nando's rice. I thought I would do the peri-peri fries to go with that, and then obviously the sauces and bits and pieces. I don't know what else goes in a Nando's other than just lots of flavours of chicken. Anyway, I'm gonna try it out as a little experiment, mainly on the request of my teenager who is missing his Nando's, bless him, he loves Nando's. Then tomorrow night we will do the minted lamb chops with some new potatoes and some of that frozen veg, which I'll just chuck in the steamer. I might do some sausages for the little ones in case they're not fussed on the minted lamb chops, because it's not something that they normally eat. So if I introduce that alongside some sausages, they're more likely to kind of play ball and try it a little bit more. Then Wednesday we're going to do curry night. We normally do curry night on the weekends, but we're going to do it on Wednesday because those kebabs that I bought to go alongside the curry will be out of date by the weekend, and it will save me having to freeze them and defrost them. So we'll just do that on Wednesday night. And then I've just realised I've written minted lamb twice. Let me just change that. That should say steak. On Thursday, we're not having minted lamb chops again, we're having steak and burgers. So the grown-ups will have steak and the children will have burgers, and the three of them will be beef burgers, and Zara will have a chicken burger because she is not fussed on beef burgers. To go with the steak, I have also got peppercorn sauce. I've got the stuff to do that in stock, and I will put chips on the side of that and peas. Maybe beans for the little ones actually, because they quite like beans with beef burgers. Then on Friday we will have gammon, and I will do that with new potatoes and some veg on the side. I will just pop some frozen veg in the steamer, super easy peasy. Saturday we'll do pizza night, which are our homemade pizzas, which I will use the wraps as bases. I've already got the stuff in stock to do the pizza base, and I've got plenty of mozzarella from last week. And tinned pineapple, I think I've still got my backup tin in the cupboard, and I've got the ham, but I did want to order tinned pineapple today from Iceland and I couldn't get any, but luckily that backup one should see me through. Then on Sunday we're going to do spaghetti bolognese. I've got stuff in stock to do the sauce. I have bought the mincemeat today, and I already had pasta, and I will grate some of the cheddar cheese to go on top of that, and we will also have that with garlic bread. Thank you so much for watching. If you've liked this video, please give it a huge thumbs up. Do not forget to subscribe, hit the bell to be notified when I post new videos every Tuesday, Thursday and Sunday at 7 p.m. And don't forget to let me know what's on your meal plan this week in the comments below. If you want to watch my latest video, it's just across here, and another video you may enjoy from my channel is just down here. I'll see you guys soon.